Hello, chat. Hello, hello. This may be a little bit loud. Hello, hello. Escu jump scare? You clicked on the stream. Did you not expect me to be here? I can leave. If you don't want me here, I can dip. Like, my bad. I low-key forgot. Leave? Okay, you guys have fun here. The stream will keep running. You guys have fun. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna go eat, food or something. Okay, not really. No, Cass, you cannot have my stream while I'm gone. Finally a good Escu stream. When I get you. When I get my hands on you. What about me? I already have your channel. Please do not take over my channel, Napic. Escu, say your classic catchphrase. Okay. Everyone get ready to clip this. My classic catchphrase. Hey guys! What's up? Hope you got your clips in. I'll only be doing that once the entire stream. It's funny running into you here. Are you watching the stream too? Yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah, they love when I say, hey guys, what's up? Can you repeat that? Nope. Not in the same tone. It's all about the tone. Anyways, I promised people before stream, because I'm going to let people funnel in. People wanted a picture of my dog. Escu, do you ever ooh-wah, crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji, anger, 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 question mark? I know you hate old women. No. W Ryoshi over Ring Sang? We're gonna fix that. But yes, here. Chat, the first thing we'll be ranking today... Oh god, he's huge. is my dog. How do you think my dog stacks up against the Limbus identities? F-tier dogs are overrated. It's your dog named W. Corp Merceau. It is not. Charles, I specifically put W. Merceau in the thumbnail so that you wouldn't have to donate to have him on screen. But I appreciate it. Here, we'll end this stupid poll about me having opinions. More importantly... We'll do it like this. Where does dog go? 1 out of 10, Aaron Miller? Damn. Let me put him smaller on the screen as I explain some things about how this stream is gonna go. And change up the music. Add D tier to poll. You can only do 4 for some reason. YouTube is stupid. Twitch is way better about these things. What background music do we want, chat? I usually leave this up to you guys. What the fog doing? There is no fog today. It is a very clear day out. Where you put the dog... look, okay. He is very annoying. Patches of violet. No, I'd like to earn money. Crab. Hakma story. You're right. You were owed Hakma story. The Library of Runa one? Or the Lobotomy Corporation one, Charles? Oh, crab, so crab. We will have crab at some point. Do not worry. Today is my birthday. Can I get a happy birthday, pretty please? Pretty please, pretty. The prettiest of pleases the world has ever since. Happy birthday, ITL space H. Library? Okay. The Ruina Hakma story. So church is now in session. Will you do new egos today? Maybe. I didn't realize how church this would be. But, I guess all the donations I get are like a form of tithing in a way, if you want to, like, you know, frame it that way. I guess I'll let this play as I explain why I'm doing this now and why. But a lot of things have changed in the Limbus space since last I did this. Specifically, Railway 4. Chain battles are going to be a thing from now on. There's new IDs. And also my opinions have just kind of shifted with other people giving me opinions. My god, this does not fit with me explaining the rules of a Limbus tier list. But, there it is. Not waiting for Beskar Roja. And the reason why I'm not waiting for Roja is because I upload on Wednesdays, and I wanted to stream right now. And also, I'd have to wait, like, a certain amount of time. Like, putting her on a tier list as soon as she comes out, like, it's just never gonna be accurate, you know? Happy birthday, Esku. It's not... It's, I mean, thank you. But, it's not my birthday. Throwing money... Lob story theme? Okay, let's see what the lobotomy story theme has. This seems better. It's not my guys, it's not my birthday. It is not my birthday. Give your dog some green umbrellas and leave him outside in the rain. True. Anyways, it seems like the dog goes into S tier very confidently. So we'll be starting this list off strong. With the dog in S tier. He would be very happy to hear this, as he is usually scorned. But anyways... That's someone whose birthday is today would say. I would just say it's my birthday, as I have on the... No, on the stream where it was my birthday, I was very open about it being my birthday. I said, it's my birthday, I am turned 21, and that was like a month ago. Where's cat? I don't have a cat. Happy birthday, it's not my birthday, but thank you. The Umberso number 1, still the first and best 4-star ID. I think you may be a bit confused. It's not my birthday as well. It's not my birthday. Okay. Well. It's not my 22nd birthday. It's definitely... I cannot mount my dog like Dolan. I do not have a clashable counter. Will I keep streaming till Deviat Roja comes out? Depends. It kind of always depends. The answer is maybe, probably, kind of, sort of. What's the rating for your cat? I don't have a cat. I would probably like the cat more than the dog, though. Happy birthday, Sunil. It is his birthday. It is actually Siddle's birthday today. So you guys should go into his stream and wish him a happy birthday. Okay, let's get crap so crap. I misspelled it and it pulled up some, like, food video. No shit, it's Siddle's birthday? Yes, shit, I'm lying to you. It's so loud. I'll lower it for you guys a little bit. I know some of you hate this track. There we go. That's as quiet as I can really make it. Happy birthday, crazy, you turned 22 already. It's crazy how time flies, you know? Okay. I have a question for you, chat. Do you want to start with reordering the current tier list, or adding in the new IDs? That is up to you. Reorder? It's looking like reorder. Okay. Make a poll. No, I can kind of hit the reset button. We'll be here for another 4 hours. I don't want to be here for another 4 hours. It is already hot in my room. Because I have to have this stupid fan off, otherwise it's terrible. Okay. We'll start with reordering. We will go top to bottom. And the first and most important thing is that we're changing off crap so crap so we can actually have something listenable. Because, my god. We just want something calm. Turn on the fan. I could, but, like... God, it's so bad if it's on. If it gets bad enough, I'll turn it on. I know Wellvader is making a Lifetime Stew video. I will probably go live, stream my reaction to it, and tear it apart. But that's just me. So the first thing is, I think undeniably, Ring Yi-Sang is just the best idea in the game now. Like, there's... When I added him to the tier list, I believe it was like 2 weeks after his release. But my god. Yeah, he's just... His skill 2 is stronger somehow. His skill 3 is like semi-comparable to DDEDR, which is crazy. His skill 1 is strictly better. He supports bleed, which is a worse archetype than charge, and we'll talk about that. Because the advent of charge teams, with like multi-crack Heathcliffs especially, is significant. Move her back up now. Okay. Now I will move her back down. Are you happy? I hope you're happy. Cap on skill 3. The skill 3 is, like, really good. Why are you doing this a day or a few hours before Devyat? Because I would have to... I would have to wait longer than a day for, like, after Devyat releases, even. I will not be adding Devyat to this tier list, but I may look at her. Now, from here, things still look good to me. Like, I still think Diechi Rodion is really damn good. Warp Dawn skill 3 is better. They are, like, the same skill. Is he better than W Corp Yi-Sang and Rupture teams? Okay, you're talking about that one video? I think that one video does not oversell Ring Yi-Sang, but I think it does undersell W Corp Yi-Sang. I think that's the thing that I disagree with in that video, and I think W Corp Yi-Sang is like, in terms of the Rupture stack, it depends if you want to use AEDD Gregor more. I'm not like an expert on Rupture, but I'm gonna pass out, have a good stream. Speaking of, I am gonna turn on my fan. My god, 1 second. Now you can enjoy some fan ASMR. I know some of you were very hot. But I think, oh, is dog not Ness? Wait. True. It's gonna go up and down a bunch. Don't worry about it too much. I think Ring Yi saying skill 1 being good for Rupture is like, that's true, and you can get RNG on it. But I would rather have the consistency of W Corp saying. How haven't you gotten used to the California heat? When I am locked in my room, and I have a sun-facing window, my door is shut, no fan on, it's still miserable. What is my dog's name? His name is Rogan. Do you plan to add noise cancelling to your setup? No, I like the scuff, thank you. The truth is, I'm just lazy. Cali L. True. Rolk Rogan. No. It's not Roland. What? You guys are so unbelievably brain-rotted. It's insane. And it was not named after Joe Rogan. No. You guys are ridiculous. Anyways. I think the only change that happens in S tier beyond Ringsang being the best is I think Regret Faust goes, like, to... Like, it's tricky with Regret Faust. Because I still think she's really good. But the numbers we've been seeing from other IDs, like, not having coin conditionals on her skill 2 kind of hurts. But also, like, Railway 4 favors her with the AoE. So it's kind of tricky. I think she sticks around here. But I think, like, Picard Cliff is better. Picard Cliff has continued to prove to me again and again. Like... Oh, also Everlasting, you're making fair points. But I still think Picard Heathcliff is, like, crazy. People give me, like, question marks about this take, but Picard Heathcliff is so good. Makes the Ecchi Hong Lu top 6. You use the discard trick to maintain 3 insight, and then all of his skills are 3 coins, and very good. Add Devyat to this list now and just be wrong, it's that simple. No, I will not be adding a screenshot of her kit preview. Why is Devyat so high on this list? She's probably gonna get power creep soon. Do you know what power creep means? Power creep is when, like, an ID... Like, 5-coin skills have not existed in the game. Like, since launch. And Wdon still is too fragile in her skill 2. Like... I don't know. Wdon is still this high because she is still that good. It is arguable that, like... I think this is the lowest she can go. Like, if you're really against her, like, charge gain on the skill 1 being semi-inconsistent. But personally, I put her, like, here or here. Like, single coin skill 1 hurts, but solid 3-coin skill 2, and then the skill 3 is nuts. Sinclair is here for what should be obvious reasons. Spending my birthday money on a super chat and ain't working. Escu, please help. I can't help you. Besides to say, save your money, I guess. She also doesn't evade, that is true. Switch W on to W Yoshu? No. No. W Yoshu's skill 2 is just better. And her charge gain is more consistent, because it's not on hit, it's on use. God, Heathcliff I kind of already talked about, but he does so much damage while also being an insane tank. Good speed range for using AADD, which is a solid ego. Fantastic synergy with envy teams if you want to use those. Sever Not can become an insanely powerful skill. he kind of just does everything. Where's W. Otis? She's, right here. And we'll get to her later, because I'm reordering first. Gret Faust, I kind of explained, she is better now because of Everlasting, and Chain Battles will lead to probably more things to hit. But I think Picard Cliff is more valuable. Why is Pierre Ryoshu so high? We're gonna get to those. I'm in S tier currently. Ryoshu's skill 1 is very bad. It's only kind of bad, but it's good at damage still. We're gonna get to the things that are further down. Enclair is still an insanely strong damage dealer, even if he's a little bit inconsistent. I think maybe you could argue Captain Ishmael is over her at this point. Do I go full-on Tremor without Regret Faust, or just go for damage? You can run Tremor without Regret Faust, but it's pretty scuffed. I am revisiting to old tier list before updating. Yes. Oh, did I say over her? Over him. But I think his consistency... Well, not consistency. But the amount of damage he can provide just turn 1 with no setup at all is insane. But Captain Ishmael is still very strong. Pride Resonance, obviously, blah, blah, blah. Dawn Office Sinclair, still very strong, if a bit too annoying for my tastes. But, you know. Molar Otis, I've already explained. Rabbit Heathcliff should be pretty obvious. Molar Ishmael is still in absolute core of sinking. And then we get to these IDs, which people always kind of question. And that's because we're going to be doing this. For W Corp saying specifically, I ranked him pretty early. And I think the reason I put him in S tier was because I was valuing him having Dimension Shredder a little bit too high. And without it, he is slightly underwhelming. With it, I think he does reach to the almost end of S tier. This isn't the end. Calm down. Put her back. I don't think so. I think this is a good line of S tiers, because we'll be adding new ones too. Shank still outdamaged Self-Destructive Purge. True. But Ting Tang's kit on the whole does kind of suffer now. Mutilate has gotten better, in a way. Because Mutilate has gotten more value from these chain battles. You can get the kill, you can get the reuse effect, and that's very good. But I can't deny that in Abno fights, you're bringing him for Shank, and while Shank is very good, outside of that, he just has his clashing, which is definitely very good. In terms of ordering here, I still think Liu Ishmael is at the top of A. And then, I think from here, I'm pretty okay with it. Maybe W Sang goes a bit lower. But more importantly, I think Chef Ryoshu probably moves down to about here. Ting Tang is reliable, and that's why he's still high A tier. People need to realize, high A tier is still very, very good. Can I ask why Leo Rodion is S? She's an objectively better version of Liu Ishmael. You say, like, you can get a 4th coin of your skill too? The thing is, you bring him to the fights where you can do that, and where he can do that, it's very good. Mutilate brings Honglu to my bleed team. But, like, for bleed teams, you should be using this guy. Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's not just the skill 3. For Leo Rodion versus Liu Ishmael, here's the differences. Leo Rodion can gain coin power on her skill 3, rolling up to a 20 compared to Liu Ishmael's 15. While she can get plus coin boost, this is true, it is definitely inconsistent. She does not roll higher on the skill 2. They roll the exact same with conditionals. Leo Rodion, at max conditionals fulfilled, is 15, 22, and 20. Max conditionals here is 14, 22, and 15. Why did you bring R-Corp Fishmail down? Single coin skill 2 means a little bit less damage, and also for sinking you have an objectively better option. Mind Whip is still very good, especially with echoes, but it's hard, like, when you have these two against each other, you know. But her skill 1 is still very good, and I don't want to undersell that, and that's why she's still high A tier, which is still very good. The Wish has easier conditionals on damage, also has Moth. I don't think Ardor Blossom Moth makes me want to place her higher, because burn conditionals are already very easy. Ardor's just so good, it's like sinking W Dawn. Yeah, but you have Molar Ishmael, who's literally, like, forever sinking positive, so... Who's the best team right now? I think it's Sinking. Sinking and Charge are, like, the best teams. Okay. I'm moving Butler Otis up. Probably to, like, here, honestly. She's really impressed me. How am I hating on Charger? I just said it's really strong. Bleed? Bleed is not near the strongest. Bleed is strong because you have the ring IDs, and it's still really inconsistent. That's the problem. Echoes is a very strong effect. Her rolls are slightly worse than, like, other IDs. We ever do an ego gift tier list. The thing about, like, MD and all of that is, it's... I just can't care, because, like, Bloody Mist is the best thing, and someone asked what's the best team for MD, and the answer is you run Bleed, and you get Bloody Mist as soon as possible. Do you know about the Echoes into you saying Bygone Days? Yeah, that's a pretty good synergy. And luckily, well, you know, we'll talk about him later. But Butler Otis, Accelerated Sandy Gain is very good. Echoes on skill 3 is very good. That's all there really is to say, but it's genuinely that good. What about Blois? I mean, yeah, Blois as well. That is Bleed, so. There's a reason the speedrun uses burn. I'm saying for general teams, because the thing about burn speedruns is you need Glimpse of Flames to go as fast as possible. The most consistent strategy for clearing MD is undeniably using Bleed. How is Molar Otis above Maid? Because Discard is just that broken of an archetype, and also Tremor is a very strong archetype now. Arguably, Molar Otis could even go here, because I forget, this was not considering Tremor teams. And Molar Otis is like one of the most important for Tremor teams. Molar Otis or Everlasting Faust? It depends if you have an Otis ID already. I think Molar Otis goes here. Yeah, 18 skill 2 is a big thing. Putting Sancton below Talisman? We'll talk about that. We're going down the list currently. We are... Also, yes, Ego Synergy does count. We will also talk about that. We are counting Ego Synergy, but it's not everything. It is a thing that will weigh IDs higher, but it should not be a heavy impact. Okay. I think I'm satisfied with where 7 Faust is. Maybe above W Corp, he's saying, just because of, like, better generalist. These two are pretty close. I think I'm satisfied with about here. Butler Ryoshu... She is better in chain battles now. Like, I can't deny it. More things to hit. The on-kill reuse can be useful. I don't know. I think that's where she's going. How is Kirkama Ryoshu so low? Probably because I haven't gotten to her yet to reorder her. Above Reindeer? I don't like her. Sorry. I don't like her. I would rather use Reindeer Ishmael most times, I think. Arish above Butler? Which Butler? Butler Roshu's like Tang Tang and Spice Witch had a baby. It's interesting that people never bring up, like, the, how she's literally just a Sank unit. Arish, low damage, alright, Clash, not wildly consistent. Why are you using over W Corp saying? Because better skill 1, like, 14, just straight up 14 rolling skill 2, or skill 1 with 2 coins is very good. Like, her clashing is just better than W Yisang in general. And her skill 3 does very good damage still. Do you take support passives into account? Not really. That just makes it weird. I think Eshku should present his opinions as facts and stop explaining them. The point of this is to explain. Because if I just show you this tier list, you're going to have a billion questions and be like, he's stupid. The reason I make this stream, and the reason I want to make this stream watchable and clear, without me getting caught up on chat, which does happen a lot, but I apologize to VOD viewers who want my actual opinions, is because I want people to understand why I am placing things there, so that they can understand the game in general better. Because if you just look at things and go, oh, Ring Yisang is good, cool. You're not going to know why he's good. Explain why you hate Butler Ryoshu, she has missed potential, and also 2 coin skill 2 is lame. Explanations matter more than placements. I fully agree. Close chat, this isn't like you, Esku. But reading chat is like me. That's the thing. I am a Butler Ryoshu hater, but I would like to remind everybody that she is still at the top of A tier. What makes Ring Yi so broken? Overtune skill 1, overtune skill 2, and overtune skill 3. His skill 1 rolls better than average for a 3-coin skill 1. His skill 2 is fucking insane, and the reuse conditional is extremely easy, and the skill 3 is just a very good skill overall. Rolls well in base, and if you have multiple debuffs, it's insane. She has no bind. Yeah, I don't know why she has no bind. It's fucking dumb. And his passive. Yeah. Insane SP regen, and also, hey, if you thought his clashing was really good before, here's 8 offense level up. Here's +2 clash power for free. Sometimes +3 clash power. It's stupid. His skill 1 clash is at a 15. With 3 coins. W Ryoshu is an S tier, could you explain why? I can't tell if that's bait, I'll be honest. Like, I actually cannot tell if that is bait. But I will ignore it for now, I'm sorry. More importantly, a lot of people were mad about Magic Bullet Otis being this low. Are people still mad about that? Because I'm genuinely curious. Why is Sinclair higher than others in S tier? His clashing and damage is insane and very easy to get. His speed conditionals are basically nothing. Okay. Some people are still mad. However, I'd like to remind you that outside of Burn, she does basically nothing. Any other ID can, like any other decent 3-star ID can do her job better in a team that is not Burn. Other IDs like Liu Ishmael at least have like good coins and good numbers. Should it get nerfed? I mean, yeah, but I'm not really counting that. That hardly ever matters. I honestly, Cass, she will be going lower because Edgar Gregor is moving up. Edgar Gregor is an ID that I also dislike, but Solemn Lament as an ego has entirely changed my opinion on him. Like, holy shit. Just everything works perfectly for him. Like, Butterfly is a really good effect, first of all. So, you're already doing well. A free 8-coin ego that's really easy to fuel on a sinking team. The passive means you almost always have 1 attack power-up if you have the Fragile. Plus, the stupid plus coin boost synergy is just insane. You use skill 3 into his ego, and it's broken. That being said, without Solemn Lament, I still think he's less good than he could be because of his skill 3 absorbing sinking, which is stupid. I don't like that mechanic, it's dumb. But I will put him there because the synergy is that good. Don Sinclair and F because you refuse to distort. Put the Burrowing Heaven up. I don't have that saved right now. If I put everything on screen for $5, this stream would become a mess. He's really good still. His count application is insanely good on skill 2. You're correct. But what about the rest of his skills? If you don't Clash win on his skill 2, then what? No way Bro is higher than Mageshu? I think so. With the Solemn Lament synergy, yeah. They are close, though. Warp saying over Chef Ryoshu? Yeah, you're right. I moved her down. That was not intentional. I think that seems right. And, I think I'd rather use W Sang in general than Magic Bullet Otis. His skill 3 and skill 1 are fine. They are fine. And they're kind of just that. And his skill 3 is actually actively bad sometimes because it gets rid of the sinking. A change of background OSD? You're making sense. What's this? Chef kind of fell off. It's only because W Ryoshu is so insane. Bad Piggies OST. No. Why Yuffie Heathcliff higher than Spice? Because at the time, Tremor did not exist. Like, straight up. like straight up, Tremor was bad. So the only thing you had was Decay. A reminder to people, the BL IDs are weighted assuming you have BL Merceau. Without him, they are significantly lower on this tier list. And I'm going to reiterate that again. BL Yusang is not an A tier ID, this high at least, without BL Merceau synergy. With it, he is arguably higher than this, but without it, he is lower than this for sure. All IDs should be rated considering their max potential. I like to average it out. Now, Uffie Heathcliff, this is an ID that has, sadly, I think, fallen off a cliff a little bit. And it's a real shame because I made those Tremor videos before T-Dawn released. And the main reason why I rated Uffie so highly in that video and on this tier list is because Tremor sucked at clashing. And now with T-Corp Dawn, it doesn't suck at clashing. And Decay is actively bad. So... yeah, it's kind of sad. He's still not the worst ID. You put Geber on screen. Okay. Sure. I will do that. I already have her saved from a previous stream. I don't know why, but someone did ask for her, so... She can look at my dog. What was your favorite 3-star, 2-star, and base ID in terms of gameplay? 3-star Picard, Heathcliff, 2-star... 2-star's tough. I really like 7 Heathcliff as well. But... 15... okay, fine. Jesus. I'll keep talking while I get Burrowing Heaven. Favorite 2-star is tough. I think Endcliff is still up there as well. It's just all Heathcliff identities, man. I don't know what to tell you. I just love Heathcliff. And then base ID is Ryoshu. Base Ryoshu is just the best one. This should be... heaven. Okay, you guys keep an eye on that, okay? Don't let it out of your sight. But yeah, LCB Ryoshu skill 3 is like one of the coolest in the game, unironically. Okay, but Ufi Heathcliff falls off hard. And it's really sad. He still has good clashing, but in terms of his utility, it has definitely fallen off. Can you add Jun? Okay, fine. You don't have to give me money, Opolu. That's... You're not very weirdo about it. This is the last thing I'll be adding on screen for a while. I want to talk about tier list stuff for a little bit. I'll open it back up eventually. Yeah, I think Goofy, like, falls off to, like, here. It's a big problem. He's still a good ID. You can use him if you don't have the optimal Tremor options, but I don't think he's on the team anymore. Below W Merceau. So I will also reiterate that the Merceau IDs are considered having regret. There is again, like with the BL IDs, there's such a big difference. It's a problem. Where would Jun go in the tier list? If we had Jun's skills as they are in-game, he would be probably one of the best IDs in the game. What's even the Tremor team now? LCCB Ishmael, Rose Spanner, Rodion, Regret Faust, Molar Otis, Detective Hong Lu, and T-Corp Dawn, in my opinion. And T-Corp Dawn is better because she has, like, better potency. She has more bursts, most importantly, more bursts. A burst on the skill 2 is really, really important, because Ufi didn't have any innate bursts, and he was just there for clashing. But T-Corp Dawn, she does clashing and bursts. Oh, it went to next song. Well, we can listen to this. Are people effing for the stream or for Ufi Heathcliff? You're scaring me. No Otis and Tremor team. Yes, Muller Otis and Tremor team. Can you explain why Chef Ryoshu is so high? She has good numbers. Like, her skill 1 is the worst part of her kit. F for Ufi? Okay, good. Yeah, it's sad. This is a bad tier list. BAD, like the balloons thing? Based, holy shit. Spice Bush. I think Spice Bush sticks right around here. Do you agree that T-Corp Rodion is a great Envy unit? She's fine. Like, for Envy Residents, you have better options. I think he is maybe slightly lower. And we'll talk about why in a bit, but... You still bring him for... I think he's, like, here. Below 7, Cliff? Yikes. I think the value of Deluge is still absolutely there. But, like, in terms of numbers, he's fallen off a little bit. Where is Devyat? She's not released yet. Why below MB Otis, though? Because MB Otis... Okay, here's the thing. He enables syncing teams for specifically fights with Sanity. MB Otis enables burn teams in every fight. That's the difference. And also, he has a better option in syncing with Solemn Lament, and Butterfly is an alternative option. That is my reasoning. And yes, Butterfly does make the luge a less enticing option. That is true. How's made Ryoshi below Ed Gregor? Because of Sol Lament ego synergy, and also I don't like her. Do you enjoy the City Fight OST? Yes. On a scale of 1 to how much do you love us? Chat? How much do you think I love chat? You guys can answer that question while I think about Pirate Gregor. He doesn't really have any Sol Lament synergy. He's a fine bleed ID. I think he sticks about where he is. I like some people in chat like an 8 out of 10. Most do like at a 6. Zweiberger lower. Yeah, you're making sense. I do think... Man, I just want Zwei Ishmael to come out and say, I give defense level up to Zwei IDs, and then I can say Zweigregor based. I'm his favorite because he's in the most money. You are, that is. Yeah, I can't really disagree. Zweigregor B tier? No. But God, I really wanted defense level up to become like an archetype. And it's not still. And it's really sad. What's your opinion on 5-man teams minus 1 center? That is actually what I use for most content anyways, because I like giving Diechi Honglu extra skill slots. Does Keiko Honglu still holds up for the role he is meant to fill? Yes. Pirate no bleed count can't maintain poise. Yeah. But like his skill 3 damage is still really good. His skill 2 is not bad if you are critting. He can maintain poise, it's just a little tricky. When shit Spygreg is that high. He is a really good tank still, and his skill 2 is genuinely pretty strong. Very genuinely, why is Hokong Lu so high? So, 2 stars are weighted very slightly higher because they are cheaper, which makes them easier to build. Hokong Lu is a fantastic bleed ID with relatively easy speed conditionals for the skill 3 and skill 2. And, yeah, he enables bleed quite a bit. Can you elaborate on the choice of gambling Hong Lu? He's basically all about his skill 2, but his skill 2 is very good. Why is W Dawn that high, and why is Diechi Rodion higher than Diechi Hong Lu? Diechi Rodion has better syncing synergy with the skill 3 overall, I think. I mean, his skill 1, I guess you can argue, like, the skill 1 as well. But, like, having Rhyme Shank is kind of the main thing that puts her over. As well as, like, general tankiness and usability. Greg's the only one not an S, unfair. Also, Diechi Rodion is not... She does not need to discard a skill 3 to be good. Everyone's asking about the same 3 IDs. I know. God, it's crazy. Can Tremor be any good if you don't have Regret Faust and Molar Otis? I feel like you do need one of the two to truly have things work. Continuing down the list, Hokong Lu I think still stays right around here. And Faust I still think is fine here. She still has utility that nothing else can do. Meet Dawn makes sense. I am bringing Ring Otis up. I undervalued her a little bit. Her skill 2 is... Like, her skill 2 is insane. I think she is probably the best 2-star in the game. Well, we'll get to that. But yeah, Ring Otis is... Like, she should not have been allowed to have that. I'd say her only issue is, like, for her clashing and coin power to really be good, you need a bleed team. Whereas with Ringy saying, like, you don't really need that. Obviously it helps, but, you know. The good thing is she enables bleed teams, so it just makes sense to, you know, run her. 7 Heathcliff I think is fine here. W. Rousseau is fine. Rodon, Ufi, Roseband and Rodion does get a bit of a boost because she is very good in Tremor, because she is a burst on skill 2 and 2 bursts on skill 3. I think I move her up to here. Butler Faust has a stupid skill 3 for a 2-star. I don't know why she got a 20 on her skill 3 for no reason. But she's pretty good. Rupture's kind of mid right now. You're true. You're correct. Shouldn't Gregor be higher? I already moved Gregor up because of Solomon. The thing with using... Okay, let me explain this very clearly, actually. I'm going to pause the music. Okay, never mind. I think personally the Sheep Ego Dawn and... Oh, the Sheep Ego Dawn has and multi-crack IDs having good NV Sport and NV Blunt for Fragile. Middle Dawn finds a good spot on charge teams and should go up in the tier list. You make a fair point. I think I'm fine with her being over these two. I did kind of forget about this Sheep Ego. But let me explain this very clearly. Very, very clearly. The Etchy Rodion can use Rhyme Shank at any time. And it's just good damage, and she synergizes well with it. Solemn Lament on Edgar Gregor, to get maximum value, you want to be in a sinking team, use your skill 3 the turn after, or the turn prior, and then fire off Solemn Lament. You can use Solemn Lament regularly, but then without that, the kind of only synergy is like he's also sinking, right? Which, you can say the same for Dechi Rodion, but she perfectly fuels it, is a discard ID, with shields. Like, it... Gregor is just a worse ID overall than Dechi Rodion. So applying the same logic doesn't really work. Can't use Rhyme Shank anytime. Anytime you have the resources. That's the point. Also, you don't have to use the corroded version. Let's get the music back. Just give Greg an SID? No! I can't! This is as close as he gets, and with the way I have moved people down in the S tier, I cannot reasonably put him up there. Yeah, also, yeah, Rhyme Shank is not needed for sinking. I mean, you can't deny that it helps, right? Okay. Rhino Merceau... The more I think about Rhino Merceau, like, man, he's a little bit worse than I used to give him credit for. His bleed count application on the skill 2 is inconsistent. His skill 1... Why didn't you read the rest? What else did you say? The passive is bonkers. You're correct. Rhino... I just wish he had, like, a good skill 1. Charge Bleed is almost real trust. Are you saying that because of Red Eyes Ryoshu? You're a little bit insane, I'll be honest. Okay. BL Faust. BL Faust is so tricky because I think she's genuinely kind of ass without BL Merceau, but with him, she's really good. So it's like... Can you put Base Gregor in S, please? I can give you a compromise. How about we compromise here? We'll put him right there. How's that? What's the best sinking team right now? Would it be possible to add Netsack and Chesed? Sorry, I'm not adding Netsack and Chesed. Aggressive making out. I'll talk about sinking teams more when I get to Solomon Yuseng. Is that fair? I don't want to spend all this time currently. Remind me when we get to Solomon Yuseng. Just remember that when I'm placing her here, without BL Merceau, she is, like, genuinely B tier. Lee Ryoshu, I think, still sticks around here. I don't care what Kazakuk says in the chat. Kazakazuk, sorry. Place her in C. I almost genuinely want to, but I will not. Lee Ryoshu is still very good. She has 4th match flame synergy on a burn team. Not that really matters, because her numbers are just kind of good. Provides gluttony as well, in case you need it. Why is Merceau so high? Because I am considering regret. For what reason is Dawn Office an S tier? Because he is AoE on his skill 2, his skill 3 does a lot of damage, and his skill 1 is pretty good. He is kind of inconsistent, but his damage is pretty much undeniably S tier. I think Picard stays right here. Stretch the JPEG of Gregor from the top of the screen to the bottom. Do you realize how much that would cover? Also, I don't think I can... Wait, do I have to hold shift to let it... Yeah. Like, do you genuinely want this shit? I would like for this to be, like, semi-watchable, thank you. It already gets bad enough whenever I stream. I'll do it later, maybe. I don't want too much noise on the screen. I do think BL Dawn goes higher because... I mean, she's genuinely, like... She's pretty good. Like, I think just one placement is about right. I think I'd rather use her than Sank Otis in quite a few scenarios, especially on a BL team. Ting Tang Hong Lu should be rated lower. His only redeeming factor is his Clash Power. He deals okay damage. I mean, his Shank is really damn good. How can you have noise from pure video? I mean, visual noise. Higher than BL Faust? Not quite, sadly. I'd rather use BL Dawn over... You're actually... No, you're making sense, yeah. I would rather use BL Dawn than Picard Yiseng, just because of inconsistency problems. The good thing is, like, she can literally provide poise to him. I don't really get BL Dawn. She's just, like... She's just solid. You're overvaluing Shank? I mean, maybe, but even in, like, the lowest I think he goes is maybe here? Is that what people want? Does Dawn Office outclass Enclair? No. Above Linton? That's kind of like... these three are kind of close. And it's for very weird reasons. I think these two are really similar. She's just a Sank ID and he's not. He just does damage while others boost, no? I mean, yeah. This looks fine to me. I'm actually okay with this. There's no way Ting Tang is better than Nelly Shu? I think there is a world where that's true. I think, like... I guess she does just have better damage on the skill 1 and skill 3. And sometimes skill 3. Yeah, okay. I'm fine with her. I keep forgetting she has AoE because it's so fucking stupid. In terms of conditionals and stuff, Mulderotis would be better than Captain Ish. I've been looking at Mulderotis because, like, again, when I made this before, there was no Tremor reverb, which adds a lot to Tremor. Isn't Mulderotis just better than Liu Ish? Not in terms of raw numbers. Like, on the skill 2 especially. It's my first time catching one of your streams. Can you please put Price of Silence on the screen? Only if you guys are very, very quiet while I do so. Everyone needs to type ... Okay, good job. What track should I play next while I talk about... Where was I? Yeah, Mularodis. Like, Reverb Tremor existing really boosts her value, especially the skill 3. Her skill 2 is really good. I think Captain Ishmael just kind of provides... Assist attack is really good, and it's not that hard to set up. Time Ripper? Okay. That's fair. God, this track has 500,000 views on Lunartic's channel. I mean, it makes sense. Mularodis says Binds. I don't even... Binds isn't even that good. It is a banger. You're true. Okay, and everyone's been asking about Talisman Sinclair. You know what? I just saw someone talking about Ufi in chat. I think it goes there. So Talisman Sinclair, I understand why people hate him, but there's no other ID in the game that hard carries an archetype on its back than Talisman Sinclair. Like, he just is 5 Rupture potency every hit. Ufi's like Embiotis for Tremor. Nope. That's this guy. You're getting him confused. Rest of the IDs win when we get to the rest of the list. It won't be too much longer, probably. You just run Talisman support passive. It's not nearly as good. Support passive is good, but it's not nearly as good as having 5 Talismans on the opponent. You got Schadenfreude. I don't want to kill everyone in stream if we put Schadenfreude. I said I wasn't gonna... Why am I such a sucker for this? I don't know why I find this funny, but I do. Why isn't there just like a... There's like no PNG of him. Okay, here's this shitty screenshot from Lobotomy Corporation. At least you have this banging OST. The Schadenfreude heaven. You're all dead now. Potential Talisman? He's not even potential, though. You can make Talisman Sinclair work. It just requires some problems. Which is resetting. Just put a picture of Nameless Fetus in F tier. I'll do that in a bit. Remind me about that. I don't want to put... we're going to get all of the fucking Lobotomy Corporation annoying abnos on the screen. For making an OST tier list, I already did that. You cannot hear the music? Can you? Is it too quiet? I guess, wait. I can just... I'll turn up the desktop audio. Is that better? Seems like the express train to hell is rolling through A tier. Your voice is too loud? Okay. How's this? It's quiet again? Oh my god. There we go. Everything louder. Can you whisper, please? I have to go, but I have a genuine request. After, oh my god. After you finish reordering... But before you start ranking the new IDs, can you do a quick ranking of the Patron Librarians? I can do that at the end of stream if I get a reminder. Can we add Runa Hot to the S tier? She's my girlfriend's favorite. Chat, do we want Hot on the screen? I'll ask you guys while I talk about Talisman Sinclair some more. Because the main problem with him is, like, you do need to reset a bunch, but the value is there. That's a lot of yeses. Do I have Hot in my folder already? I have Lobotomy Corporation Hod. I'll grab Runa Hod. Since you asked so nicely, and since it's for your girlfriend. Yeah, they can have their Yuri session. Let's change up the music. Make her kiss Gebra? No, it's Toxic Yuri, sorry. I'm keeping Talisman bottom of A tier because he makes a whole archetype sing. Ishmael, I think I'm still satisfied with her being here. Subryoshu, yeah. Sun Shower! I just said earlier the show is based on potential. Yep. I just, he's not, I'm sorry. As the game goes on, he continues to get better in solo content, and he continues to get worse in regular content. It's really, really sad. Sunshower is heavily reliant on conditions. No, he's heavily reliant on SP, which is in a way a condition. Below DHE saying though, yep. Though, well, he might move down, but this is just where I think he'll put right now. LabCorp Faust I think is good here. 7 Otis. Seven Otis is fine here. Sancton is fine here. BL Sinclair, remember this is with BL team. Made Ishmael makes sense. I think maybe Made Ishmael could be like here. Also, hell yeah. Why Picard, you sang so low? Inconsistency. Manager, I hath not disappointed you. Sancton, you are in the bottom, like, 5 3-stars. BL Cleric could get higher on a BL team, but without a BL team, he's really bad. Do you consider everything beneath B tier to be bad? I think the cutoff point for things to be truly bad is, like, you pass over base Otis and then, like, things get bad. Like, there's a genuine significant gap between this half of C tier and this half. Why is Keke Gregor so low? I don't get it. He's just not very good. Endon is fine. Nah. Anyways. Warpong Loom. I think he stays right here. Mully Yusang. is like a genuine Tremor contender. Because he has bursts on skill 2 and skill 3, and he's this card. I think he's, like, genuinely here. Why is LCV Ishmael so low? Because Tremor didn't exist. We'll get to that, don't worry. Encliffe sticks around here, but LCV Ishmael goes up. Probably, like... You could argue even she's here. I'm gonna put her here. How do I hit Talisman Sinclair and hurt him? I hate him, he's annoying, resetting sucks, Fey Lantern animation is boring. That's fair, but you can't deny he does, when he works, he works. A. Yeah, I think I'm fine with here, actually. I think it's a very tentative A tier. Before Tremor got, like, its... Okay, it almost started playing through fast as a violet. Caught that one quick. Not gonna get me this time, Cassiway. You're trying to catch me on a whim. I just want something neutral. All you guys want are these, like, super intense songs. And they don't fit the vibe here. Audio Jungle. And that's second one? Okay. You're right. We'll do that set after this. Okay. But yeah, Molly's saying very good on Tremor. LCV Ishmael, very good on Tremor. Basically, all the Tremor IDs are going to move up, except for this guy, which is very sad. Middlemore So, I think, sticks right around here. Dieshi's song kind of moves down a bit. I'd rather use Kirk Mohonglu over him. Crab. You already had some Crab. You can't overdose on Crab, okay? Sun Shower, we already talked about. KK Ryoshu moves up slightly because bleed teams are more of a thing now. So her bleed count is more significant than it was before. Why is Madish lower than Sanct Dawn? No, you're just correct, actually. She's pretty much objectively better than these two. Yeah. Music so funky, it's raising my Clifoth counter. We actually probably don't want that, but whatever. Middle Mer should go above Sanct Dawn. I'd be curious to hear your reasoning. Dead Rabbit's boss, I think I'm fine with being here. Rose Gregor. God, can we just get a new, like, Rupture Gregor ID, please? I'm so sick of people calling this guy good because of ADD. He's so fucking stupid. I hate him. I hate the Rose Spanners. Why do we have 3 Rose Spanners? They're so irrelevant. That's so fucking stupid. Talisman and LCV-ish with PDC, you can feel the worst to play while providing the most for status count. Sinclair is winning. Sinclair does win. Lone Wolf for Wild Hunt Heath, if you may. Oh, the OST? Yeah, we'll do it when we get to him. He's so hard carried by ADD, it's insane. Rose Spanner Rodion can exist. I'm fine with one of them. Why did we get 2 2-stars? They're stupid. Yeah, no She IDs during Season 2. They showed up in Season 2, kind of. Geoda sticks around here, if not a little lower. Yeah, I don't know. She's kind of lower now. She has her use cases still. KK Roji, I think I'm fine with being there. W Faust is fine there. Rose Panner's a faction was hurt to be due to being pre-Canto 5. Roast Banner as a faction was hurt by having no interesting characters in it. Nico being a completely irrelevant character who people have latched onto for no reason. And that other thing you said as well. W House lower. I think she's fine where she is, actually. I see what you're saying about Middle Merceau. I think I'm fine with Middle Merceau being here, because you're right. He does... Like, the SP healing he provides is nice. He does have good sins that are kind of uncommon, which is, like, mostly Sloth Skill 1. But I don't know. I'd still rather use, like, W Corp on Lu. What's with G. Gregor? He's literally got 2-star rolls and no effects. Like, he does not fit on any team. Let the nameless fetus out? Okay, fine. Here, how about this? If I put nameless fetus on the screen, we have to listen to babies screaming for 2 minutes. Do you want that? I'm seeing a lot of no's. I think that's a fair answer. C tier, LCB Ryoshu, the best base ID in my opinion. Pretty easily too. Arguably B tier, but not quite. KK Gregor, I cannot justify putting him in B tier. I just can't. Shidon, fine ID, doesn't really do anything. Base Hong Lu. Lotus, again, specifically with BL team. Without BL team, like she's down there. New Gregor, New Merceau, 70 Sang. Nah, I think 70 Sang is so weird. Yeah, I think he just has to be there. Base Merceau, again, with regret specifically. He is much lower without it. Base Heath, LCB Ryoshu. Base Otis. Is there a reason she's no. LCB Ryoshu is definitely below base Otis. I'd rather use LCB Otis, I think, most times. Simi Song's amazing base stats and team passives sometimes. I mean, yeah, he's got good speed. Why is there such many PNGs? I don't know. It just kind of, it happens to happen whenever I stream. It's kind of weird. Put censored up and we'll sacrifice a chat member every few minutes. Speaking of PNGs. Oh no, chat. It's breaching. Now the whole stream is censored. What are we gonna do? Oh god. You know what? Here's what we have to do. We have to. We're gonna go to the memory repository. We're going to the memory repository. Can I just get rid of this? Thank you. Okay. We went to the memory repository. We're fine. That's the Lobotomy Corporation reference, in case you had played that game. Okay, let's calm down now. Ugh. Excellent strategy, Executive Manager. Endon, I still think is that low. Sorry, I know there's some Endon fans in chat, but I do not care. And Salt still sucks. Sorry, haha. Ever do a Lobotomy Corporation abnormality tier list? Maybe. If people want it bad enough, I don't know why they would. Why is Lou Gregor over Leo Merceau? More damage. That's, I mean, like, more burn, more damage. That's kind of literally it. Heard it was Escu's birthday today. Happy birthday, Escu. You heard wrong, I'm sad to say. Bum, bum, bum. Mu Hong Lu. Yeah. God, this is where the IDs get really bad. Slosh Mill, based on Molar Sinclair, Base Sinclair, and Rodion. Base Ishmael, after using her in the little bit of Worst Team Railway 4, I think she's actually kind of, like, arguably here. Chef Gregor, Mariachi Sinclair, Base Rodion, Zwei Rodion, Basey Song, Base Gregor, Base Faust, and then Zwei Sinclair. The main thing going for her is 5 to 8 speed. If she did not have that, she would not be as high. Okay. LCB Faust in B tier. Are you delusional? Have you seen Base-ish speed? Yes. I've played... Yes. You say it's fair to say, not taking ego into account, Base Faust is worse than Zwei Sinclair? No, Zwei Sinclair's worse. Zwei Sinclair really fucking sucks. When you change song key, do Children of the City. If you can spot me like $100, yeah, sure. That's a joke. Hawk to a Faust ID win. I'm going to time you out for 24 hours. I hope you understand. I'm sorry. You can't be allowed to live. Any reason for Ambiotis to not be low S? Because outside of burn teams, she is not good at all. Like, she literally doesn't really do anything. On burn teams, she's definitely an S tier ID, but outside of that, Katana Zero songs, you make so much sense. You are speaking my language. Let's do... what song? Hell yeah, there we go. Which transitions us into the new IDs. Is Katana Zero a good game? Yes. Why is Schadenfreude in the top right corner? You looked at it. You shouldn't have looked at it. So Euro Devier Ryoshu is a good Tremor ID. Like, it's crazy how Tremor went from, like, the worst archetype to being genuinely good with multiple good ID options. Her best use case is just adding Tremor count to the stack, which is very good. But there's a lot of other sources for that. And she only has one clash. Or one burst. I think she ends up around this, like, clump of 2 stars on the lower end here. But I could see her going, like, anywhere from here to there. It's... The thing... Okay, she does have the 3 coin... Like, she has the good coins for a 2-star. So maybe, like... As a general ID, she's better than Molar Yiseng. Molar Yiseng is better on a Tremor team because of more bursts. but for general usage, she's here. But I will value Mola Yisang's value on a Tremor team. Is that fair to say? Assist attack good? Her assist attack is genuinely not that good. I'm sorry. You have it happen like once a fight, maybe? Why is Sanct Dawn that low? She's not that good. Her damage is low, her clashing is low, even with declared duel. Okay, I'm glad people agree. Lower than Maid? I think she still does more for Tremor as an archetype than Maid Ishmael does for sinking as an archetype. Bottom 5 3-star ID said, please don't rub it in. Yeah. I'm sorry. Sanct Dawn should be lower. She contributes nothing to the team at all. You are kind of making sense. That said, I think I could only put her, like, here. Okay. Yorotivie Honglu. I think... Let me look at him again. Just to remind myself of the exacts. So only 1 coin power on the skill 2, but that's still pretty good. He's got a bunch of bursts, but only if you spend enough. But that skill 3 is a pretty good way to get reverb on the opponents. He has good sin affinities for Tremor. Gluttony's like fine. I think he's... No, I'd put him like here. You're a divvy without Cavernous Ego. Here's the thing. If you do not have Cavernous Ego, you need him on a Tremor team. Not better than Molorotis? No. So here's the tricky thing about Tremor. You need reverb so badly. But once it's set up, like, Molorotis is just objectively the better ID on the team. Does that make sense? So if we account for he sets up reverb, it's like, yeah, he moves up. But there is an ego that can do that as well. It's also only for 1 turn because of how entanglement works. He's just Tremor Ryoshu. No. That is not a comparable thing to say. Can't run both, though? You can, but the point is when we're just looking at it on a tier list, there's a way we need to view it. That ego is his ego. You're true. But you can also use it on any other Honglu and still get decent value. He's still S tier. But Molorotis can be used anywhere. I would not use Detective Honglu over a lot of other Honglu IDs, specifically this one. And maybe even Ting Tang in some circumstances. Because without Tremor, he's kind of not that good. Sunshower should be lower since another Heathcliff exists that is just way better than him. I don't want to weigh opportunity cost that heavily, because then people who don't have all the IDs see this listener's like, oh, it's that he's terrible, right? Lantern Dawn over Enfaust in my life, ego, weapon, suit, and gift are yours. You are sacrificing your life for a singular placement. We were trying tier list IDs lore-wise. People would kill me more so for that than anything I do here. Cavernous arguably gets way more value with the faster ID. Kind of. The thing is, you want him to be fastest. Like, Detective Onglu wants to be fast here. So, that's the bigger issue. T-Corp Rodion. So I've spent the past few days testing these IDs. And T-Corp Rodion is one where I'm, like, still really torn on how good she is. I think she ends up kind of just being on the... Because, like, Time Moratorium is good. She gets good Clash power. Her skill 3 is pretty strong. And as an overall package... Like, here... I don't think she's low A. Time Moratorium is so free on her. That is true. We had to sacrifice a chatter. It's been more than 20 minutes. We got rid of censored. It's fine. We went to the memory repository. Better than Cloud Cutter? That makes sense to me. Battle Block Theater OST? If I knew it, I would do it. I don't want to throw OST that I don't know on to the stream. Why so low? The truth is, it's opportunity cost for Rospan or Rodion. Partially. I know I said I didn't want to take that into account, but specifically on like a Tremor team. Okay. Just as an ID, my biggest issue is she only has Clash power conditionals and not Coin power conditionals. Which kind of nerfs her damage a little bit. Time Moratorium is good. She has the easier application of it than T-Corp Dawn. But, I mean, even then, T-Corp Dawn's is really free on a Tremor team. It's not a big deal. You just need 10 Tremor to apply it, and using the guard, which T-Corp Rodion needs to use anyways. But her clashing as a 2-star is significant. I think right in the middle of B, or like the mid-high B. People really want full confessional? Guys, I hear the 12 apostles. I hope you don't. You don't really use T-Rodion or Tremor team using a Sloth Week fight? But on a Sloth Week fight, you want to bring in a Tremor team. It's like, You don't need to use the guard with T-Corp Dawn? Okay, yeah, but you don't want to use it without it because then you consume Tremor. But you are true. I forgot about that. T-Dawn is not that good versus sloth resistance enemies? No? You're right. So you don't use her there. Do ID passives? Not support passives, no. Because that makes things so weird. Okay, T-Corp Dawn. This is... I mean, she's good. Time Moratorium is good. She's good burster. Like, she's just a good ID. She's not as essential as Detective Ong Lu. What is this song right now? It is Full Confessional from Katana Zero. S at least? She is not S, I'm sorry. Time Moratorium is really good, but it is only really useful on Sloth Week enemies. Full Confession, not L. You're right. It is Full Confession, not Full Confessional. That's true. above RB Ryoshu. T-Corp Dawn does more for an archetype than Chef Ryoshu does for an archetype. That's why she is above. Above Tinglu. I'm thinking about that. Maybe once this beat drops. The issue is she's competing with the Tremor tank with LCSB Ishmael, which messes up the aggro. I don't think that's a big deal. Why not 7 Faust then for Rupture? Because 7 Faust is a good Rupture unit, but T-Dawn brings something unique. 7 Faust brings just good Rupture application. Katana Zero playthrough... Oh, Katana Hero playthrough win? I don't know. How come 7 Otis is so low? 7 Otis was good in the early days of Limbus, but her numbers have just fallen off. T-Dawn is good right there. I agree. I don't think I'm moving her. Okay, let's go back to some Limbus OST. Because we need to talk about a very polarizing ID, from what I know. So Diechi Merceau. Is this just how good ID is, not how unique? That's not what I'm saying. The thing is that T-Dawn brings a unique status effect that only one other ID can provide. 7 Faust only provides so much to Rupture because we lack Rupture IDs. And Rupture is kind of suffering currently. I think he's an interesting idea as an ID. But when your best trait is going sinking count neutral on your skill 1 that you're going to discard anyways, it kind of hurts. I think he's right there. Put him above W. I'm fine with that. I do not think he goes above Butler Faust. I don't think there's any world. Above Armor So? I mean, yeah, I don't think that's crazy at all. It is such a shame. Like, look at the 2 other Diechi 3 stars, and then, like, he's fine. It's such a shame. Because the standards... This is another situation, like, with Garden of Thorns Gregor, right? Like, what I named that video, a masterclass in disappointment. Diechi Rousseau had similar levels of expectations because the other Diechi 3 stars are just that fucking good. He's fine until you notice he's the director. Yeah, that too. Ugh. Why is Rhino Salt so high? Because we are considering Merceau's with regret. and Rhino Merceau gets significant benefit from regret. Diechi gets good benefit from regret too, but it's not as good as like W Merceau. But as an ID, he's more usable than W Merceau, so it kind of balances out to be about here. Diechi will be better once we get more discard support. Maybe. We'll see how that shapes up. But currently, he feels like he's meant to be a sinking ID, and he's just kind of okay at that. But W Merceau above him, I can't. I can't. When you talk about that video response to Garden of Thorns, the only thing that video really pointed out that I wanted to talk about, in case someone didn't see it, which is probably most of you, there was a video that's like 50 minutes long released responding to my Garden of Thorns video. The biggest point brought up is that I didn't mention Enfaust to refund sanity, which I agree. But like, outside of that, there's not much to say. How does his unique buff play into things? I'll be honest. Can anyone actually tell me if Erudition, like, it's Erudition, right? I don't fucking know. But, is it, like, any good? Can I ask why the other Diechi 3 stars are S tier? Insane coinage, insane takiness, like, good damage, Rhyme Shank synergy. Some of the best skills in the game if he has 3 insight. Erudition? Okay. Erudition has been useful about 0 times so far. That's kind of what I think, right? We thought Diechi Mura would be like Diechi Rodion or Honglu, but he's actually just Diechi Sang Pro Max. That's a very apt description. Yeah, it's just like the Clash power, right? Which is fine. It's fine. Does Enfaust actually help Garden of Thorns? It's the SP the turn after that helps. Okay. W Otis, in my exploration of all these new IDs that I haven't used as much, this is the one that I tested the most, probably next to Multicrack Heathcliff. Because I'm really torn on W Otis. She is... Once she gets going, she's very good. Because she can recur her charge with the charge barrier, and on a charge team with photoelectricity, her charge gain isn't that bad. Without it, she really suffers. And thank God Multicrack Heathcliff exists, because she would probably be like on the low end of A tier without it. Her skill 2 gives a lot of charge to the team once you're ramped up. Okay, I'm looking at this again. Here's my thinking. This looks better to me. Yeah. Better than Chef? Not as a generalist. Why did W Sang drop off? It's partly because Ring Yisang exists. And also partly because Rupture as a team is suffering. I think W Sang is better than her for sure. It sucks because W Sang as a base unit is better than her. Once she gets going, she's better than him. But because chain battles exist and those go on longer, I think she goes here. Arguably here, but I don't feel comfortable putting her there. Worth mentioning her load buff? Not really. It's fine. It takes too long to ramp up. I mean, with photoelectricity, it's better. But load is like, it's not that good. It's fine. 10-minute reminder, change OST. I was going too soon. We'll let it play through the end of Leviathan. Load kind of feels like a placebo. Are you more favorable towards generalists or specialists? Generalists, for sure. Dimension Shredder speeds her up? I mean, yeah, but... I think I'm okay with her here. What is this theme? Actually, you know what? Since Wild Hunt is approaching... Anyways, Multi-Crack Heathcliff. This is an ID that I am so glad is as good as he is. The only issue with him is that you kind of need to have his skill 1 or skill 3 go first, and you really want the skill 3 to go first, but he really makes charge teams like a thing. If you use him properly, you can actually have charge teams do things. He's not S. I don't think he's S. But in terms of, like, enabling a good team comp and having good roles, he might be the best 2-star. He does make charge a real team. He does roll low at the start, that's the main problem. Once he's ramped up, he's kind of insane. The only blunt fragility? The blunt fragility is not that useful. Ring Notice is better? She's more generally usable. In his team, he's kind of S tier. General usability is definitely kind of worse than Ring Notice. Blunt Fragility is kind of bonkers because of Faust, though. It's nice. Is there any interest in making an advanced tutorial in your tutorial series? Eventually, maybe. I think him and Ring Otis kind of go as a pair. Because I think Ring Otis is the best 2-star. I'm kind of okay with this. Who do you think is the strongest Sinner? Ryoshu overall. Pretty easily nowadays. I think I like how that looks. Also, my dog is now covering the S tier. There it is. Put him over there. Okay, chat seems happy. Now, Multicrack Faust is an ID that I have seen people say is like one of the best in the game. And she's pretty damn good. An easy S tier, but where in S tier is kind of tricky. Because she does really want to start with her skill 3, but once she has her skill 3 going, she's very, very good. I think she's the best Faust ID. I think that's where she stops. People seem to generally agree. Put her above Picard. It's tricky. 100% she's better than Sinclair? I don't think so. Sorry. The thing with her is you need charge for her skill 2 to do 22. And you also need resonance for her charge to do, like, the big damage thingy. Which is annoying. I think she's right at the borderline of, like, the middle of S tier. She takes ages to ramp. She does not take ages, but I do think a lot of people are overvaluing her because of the Cassetti fight. You still think Sinclair should be a few spaces higher? Nah. I think Ziyech Honglu is just... he's significantly better. Being top 10 is pretty good, chat. And if you use telepole with her, sheesh. Like, it does slow down her ramping, but if you use it once she's already ramped up a bit, that's just more damage. Chain battles would be the norm. You're right. I know. Did Young lose like the wall between S tier and God tier IDs? Yeah. Actually, let's... I know I said I'd do Lone Wolf, but let's do something else. Can I get a Kashi in chat? I will get a Sancton PNG. 1 second. Kashi. Kasserin! Kashi! Yeah! I can't do his laugh. So here's the thing. If you're in a fight where you can kill things... Listen to me, chat. If you're in a fight where you can kill things... I think he's genuinely top 3. Okay, I will do that. I will adjust her PNG. If you are not in a fight where you can reasonably kill things... Maybe about here. Averages out to be here. Diechonglu, though? You could argue, like, between these two, I'm honestly not sure myself. Where are you? Come to my embrace, Catherine. Too high? He is absolutely insane in fights where you can easily get kills. Without it, he's still very good. But he does take a while to ramp up. His ramp up is easy, though, but it does take a little while if you don't have things you can kill. You know what, let's get one of these going too. Because I feel like this discourse is going to last a while. You can still build a lot of coffin with Lament, Mourn, Despair. You're right. But that requires cycling through Dullahans and all of that. His counter ignores staggers. That is good, you're right. Here's the truth of the matter. On a sinking team as well, his value does increase. That said, these are IDs that don't really need teams to get their job done. Wild Hunt Heathcliff wants a sinking team and to kill things. Not to say those are terribly hard conditions, but lower W Dawn, if you guys really want him that high, I can see this. Think of the Sandy recovery gets off of skill 3? It's nice. Okay, people, I see. Bro doesn't know how to play him? What do you mean? How do you play him if not trying to get Coffin stacked up as much as possible? Which is by killing things or cycling Lament, Mourn, Despair. Top 6 is very good, and again, in fights where you can kill people, top 3 or top 2. You're overvaluing Gesture Rodion way too much? I don't think I am. Where did I get your personalized copy of Limbus? Nowhere, sorry. Top 5 in my soul is yours. How much is your soul worth? Gets a lot of Sandy early with skill 3. The best thing is, if you're clashing on the skill 1 isn't going to win, you can just use your counter. You a Gebra Ha Truther? It works. Best combo is counter into skill 2, then Lament. I mean, yeah, you're right. Because you want to lower the SP to use Lament, Mourn, Despair. Don't forget his AoE. His AoE is good, but you need to ramp for it, which can take a little while. Get Yong Lu is ready off the rip. Sinclair is so cute, I want to see his bone marrow. It's been a while, Pink. Welcome back. And I know we'll play Lone Wolf and then we'll move on from Wild Hunt Heathcliff. With 2 slots, he's insanely OP. So are these guys, basically. Like, Diet Yong Lu with 2 slots is broken. It's insane. Why is Picard Bruno Heathcliff so good? Because of 99% more damage, good tankiness, offense level up whenever you get hit, which is genuinely really good, like better than some people think. The children yearn for the Walpurgis. In 55 seconds. But Wild Hunt is insanely OP. Well, my dad could beat your dad. What do you think about that, huh? How do you even use Diet Yong Lu? You discard a skill 3, then you put an evade on the bottom slot so you don't discard anymore. You maintain the 3 insight. People are doubting Diechi Roja. Can you re-educate them? I don't know what to do. Like, it's crazy to me that people don't understand that Diechi Rodion is that good. Like, she is just that guy. She tanks hits for free. She does really good damage for the tankiness. She has good sinking synergy. Feels Rhyme Shank fantastically. You can make her all of her skills clash at a 15 if you have 3 insight and use the insight trick. Like, you guys just want Wild Hunt Heathcliff in the top 5. This is what you guys want to see. That's the only reason. You guys just want to say that I think he's top 5. She's not the guy. She has 0 count outside of her skill 3. She has Rhyme Shank. And also, she's a discard ID. So, a skill 3 is more like a skill 2. Is the ID strength tier list not the ID ego strength tier list? Well, yeah, but it's a thing that exists on her. And also, she just has insane damage outside of sinking. Like, she could be used anywhere. Rhyme Shank isn't all that anymore. I disagree. Rhyme Shank is still that good. Above Honglu underneath Rodion? No. If anything, I'm more inclined to do this. But I don't think that's... I don't know if I can do that. I have thought back and forth in my mind. I guess we're looping this shit again. Like, the Diechi Honglu versus Diechi Rodion is really tricky. Because the issue with Honglu is that he requires the discarding of the skill 3, Diechi Rodion doesn't. We are tearing her without Rhyme Shank. Okay, you guys have fun over there. You guys have fun. You guys have fun tearing without your ego's consideration. Okay? This is my tier list. I think these two are extremely close. They're interchangeable to Diechi dudes? Yeah, I agree. Diechi Rodion cannot live in a sinking team without Rhyme Shank? I think she can. You maybe have better options. Okay. What's the music that plays during the Walpurgisnacht event? Is it First Warning? I genuinely forget. Okay. 2 IDs left. We'll start with Red Eyes and Penitence Ryoshu. I think that looks right for me. I guess the only issue is that her skill 2 second coin power condition requires bleed. So you could argue, like, here. I think she could be in any of these 3 spots and I'd be happy. W Ryosha needs to be in low A. What? Guys. Guys, do you forget how good W Ryoshu is? I feel like people are forgetting like how good DDER is. Like, do you realize how good you can just you use like use a skill 1, a skill 2, and then you pop off a fucking DDDR. And that skill 2 has like a 20 roll and slash fragility. Like, do you guys realize that? Also, with photoelectricity, she's even more insane. Do you, like with multi-crack heat, like she gets even better. Can I ban that guy? Time him out for like 5 minutes. I think you just need to, like, respectfully. I think you should stare at a wall for like a little bit and maybe reconsider life a little bit. Bro, forget Red Eyes is charged too. It's not nearly as valuable as for W Ryoshu, let's be honest. Can I argue Lob Ryoshu over Earl King? You can, but chat will not allow it. And honestly, I do think Wild Hunt is above her. But it's close. Because again, like, if he can kill stuff, he's insane. LC Ryoshu is a way better skill 1. That is true. She has an objectively better skill 1. Skill 2 fluctuates between better and worse. And her skill 3 is just always worse. Also, yes, I will get one guide very often. I'd say not above W Dawn. Again, I think this spot is also completely fair. The better skill 1, I think, is valuable enough for me to put her here. She does way more for the overall team, and her ramping is good. I've gotten way more use out of her in overall team and Bleed team than Earl King. I think I'd rather use Earl King in content where I can kill stuff, though. And that's my bias. Because I want to see him succeed. Dawn has teleport. That's not the gotcha it used to be. Counter is easy coffin ramp. Okay, do you guys realize that using counter and then counter again takes turns? Like, that's ramping up. Do you guys realize that? You use the counter, you get on the horse. Use the counter on the horse, you get 2 coffin. You gotta get back on the horse. You gotta use the counter again. I think you realize that, right? I think you guys understand that that's how ramp up works. It takes 2 turns to get 2 coffin, and you gotta keep doing that. Like, I feel insane. I missed a donation because of that. Where would Red Eyes Ryoshu go in the drip tier? The super bright version is pretty high up. I like when she glows. It's consistent to ramp up, but it's still slow if you can't kill things. Using your skill freezes ramping? Yes! What do you mean that's fucking crazy? That is how he works! His ramp up is easy, but it takes time. That's the point. I'm moving on from this. I cannot. What has Sinclair ever done to you? I have a, 4-hour series that can tell you that. Solomon Isong. As much as I enjoy his aesthetics, he's definitely not as good as Red Eyes Ryoshu in a general setting. But for syncing teams, he does take a while. Or sorry, for syncing teams, he does help. I read something in chat that mentioned him taking a while. He's definitely low S tier. I'd put him right around there. Also, Welvader, if you would like to defend Talisman Sinclair, I encourage you, please go use him out in the wild. Bro is high S minimum. Do you guys only use these IDs in the events that are particularly tailored to them? He's definitely good for a singing team, which I may be undervaluing. Butterfly is damn good. But I feel like the way people talk about these newer IDs is just so much recency bias. It's crazy. He's not below moral over. I can see that. But like... Molarotis has a consistent 18 rolling skill 2, which basically is a skill 1. And it's very good for Tremor. He's top 5. He is not. He's definitely very good. I think highest he goes is genuinely here. Which, as a reminder, is a very good placement. This is a very good spot for an ID to be in. This is a high placement. But he's going right here. People getting this shit convoluted or construed, thinking that putting him low S tier is saying he's bad. You got a Clash to inflict sinking count, which is not that hard. Butterfly's a damn good effect. His skill 3 is damn good. You gotta reload sometimes, which kind of hurts. Why is Regret Faust so high up there? Because of AoE. Easy AoE. Honestly, you could argue, like, with Multicrack Faust existing, I don't know, but like with Chain Battles, it's hard to place her much lower now. I think lowest Regret Faust could go is here. Like, also Tremor teams and Everlasting. Like, there's so many things going in Regret Faust's favor still. I think looking at it now, I'll put Enclair Buffer, and that's it. Where'd you put Buttersang on the Drift list? He is the top. If not, Wild... I think... No, Wild Hunt's cooler. Wild Hunt is just cooler. Core Sinking Team? Sinking Team now is like Butler Rotis, Butler Faust, Solemn Sang. You honestly have so many options. It's kind of crazy. Diechi Yonglu, Diechi Rodion. Who am I forgetting? Why is it not coming to me? And Linton Gregor, which you can choose to use or not use him. Also, yeah, Rabbit did not fall off. He's still a very good ID. Linton Gregor has a new lease on life. Yeah, you're correct. Mullerish. That's what I was forgetting. Mullerish over Honglu for pure sinking? Yes, true. I like Diechi just for his, like, pure raw damage, but in terms of making sinking work, Mullerish is always going to be good. Detective Hong Luan S is insane. I don't really think so, considering he gives reverb. Okay. Now let's calm down, chat. Now I need you to very calmly tell me if you have any disagreements. What are your biggest disagreements with this tier list? And you can't mention Wildhound Heathcliff. I'm done talking about him. Leo Roja over Reindeer Ishmael? I feel like that's kind of just... Wait, no, okay, I actually want to talk about that one. What does Reindeer Ishmael do that Leo Rodia does not do better? Stretch Gregor? Fine. .26 rolling skill 3, that is the only thing, you're right. It raises stagger bar by a lot. Here's the thing about Reindeer Ishmael's skill 3. Leo Rodion's does 30 extra damage if you're running burn. .14 rolling skill 1. Leo Rodia can get up to a 15 rolling skill 1. In base... Like, if you're running Roja with even just one other burn ID, which you can say is from Embiotis as well, but, like, she has better coins overall. One turn with another burn ID, and you basically have conditionals. But you have to run burn, burn sucks. But, like, her skill 2 is way better. Her skill 2 is just better damage. Lee Rodin has to be on a burn team, though. She can feel the conditionals herself. She has burn count. She'll take a while. Why is Ting Tang Gang Hong Lu so damn high? Because of Shank. And Mutilate is better now. Ting Tang Hong Lu below W Otis. Here's what I'll do, yeah. Linton of a Reindeer? I can't do that. Sorry, I can't. In context of a sinking Ish, our Ish has her uses. I mean, yeah. Why is 7 Foul so high? Just because of, like, generically good numbers. I'm actually probably undervaluing I can cook anything a little bit there. But like Rupture, conditionals, no, I think this is right. Why is W more A tier? Because regret. Why made Ishmael so low? She's in like the camp of good 2 stars. That's pretty good. Why is Leo Roja an S tier? Unless you're basing it off of MD, she's mid A tier at best. So, the thing is, you can sometimes just have, like, really solid numbers and make it to the bottom of S tier. Is that fair to say? 15, 22, and 20. T-Corp Rojo over BL Sinclair. Yeah, overall. No, that's top of A. But it's like the best numbers of any generic ID. That's with conditionals fulfilled? I mean, yeah. I have to account for conditionals being fulfilled at some point, right? Oh, finally, a good question. Why do you prefer the anime of UBW to the visual novel? Because it looks very pretty. Also, it's what I watched first, so that's probably why. Why are you doing this stream right now as a new ID comes out? Because even if I were to do this like one day after the new ID, I would not be able to place her on the tier list properly. But Arish doesn't have conditionals? True, and she can't reach the heights of Rodion! Do you understand what I'm saying? Arish unconditionally is better. Even then, her skill 2 is worse damage. With conditionals fulfilled, Rodion has really damn good numbers. How do you compare Zero to the other Fate series? I don't like Zero. Why is Ring saying so high? His guard is mid. I was about to be upset at you, but... I still can't understand Spice Bush versus Ambiotis. Okay. Let me turn the music back on. Ambiotis enables burn in all encounters where you are using burn. Spice Bush enables sinking in encounters where the enemies have sanity. And specifically those. He does have AoE as well. His skill 1 kind of sucks. Like, Ambiotis has really good conditionals. She can roll well. But I think the elevation of burn does earn her this place. If she didn't have that, she'd be kind of trash. He put us live stream for a week, then you have people whining about you for not waiting for his Ishmael. Exactly. Spice Bush exists only for skill 3? No. His skill 2 is also good. Can we do the Patron Librarian tier list? Sure. How do you pick Muller Ish will be with the addition of Bygone Days? I mean, extra... it depends how expensive the corrosion is. Butler Order should be top A. Honestly, no, you're making sense. That's like the most sensible thing I've heard all day. Echoes. Yeah. Are you an Archer fan? Archer's my favorite character of all time. Unless you're talking about the other show Archer, in which case I've never watched it. But Archer from Fate is my favorite character of all time. Okay. So this is the Eagle one. I don't think I'm going to do this today. There's really not much to say. Let me find a, here. I'm going to find a Patron Librarian tier list. I guess I could just do... I could just do every Runa character. But that would take quite a long time. So the funny thing is, like, a lot of people, think I have not played LobCorp or Runa. When I very much have. It's really annoying. You only need to do 20 more minutes? Yeah. People will leave for the update. I think people will stay to hear my opinion and then probably leave for the update. Why are you ranking lore characters now? Because I want to. Roland's awesome. I like Angela. Malkuth is probably up there. I'm just gonna do the Patron Librarians. Calm down. Did you beat LobCorp Day 50? I played LobCorp. I finished LobCorp. Yasad is fine. Hot is based. Netzak is good. I like Tiff a lot. She's really cute. Gebra's good. Chesed is funny coffee man. This is probably one of my worst takes. There we go. Can you make out with Netzak? No, I cannot. He is a robot. Ass list. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Here, you want to make it worse? Silly. That's all the important characters. Where do you put Ian? He's fine. I don't know. Lenny top tier? I am sad to say I do not really care about Lenny. What about Mio? Oh, true. Huh. Mio. I love her. She's so based. Carmen? Nemo? That's a funny man. I do like Nemo quite a bit. Argalia is pretty funny too. Capitalism beam. Are there anyone else I like particularly care about? I like he just looks cool. I wouldn't put him above any of these guys, but he looks cool. I like Jin. Philip is a How many genuine Philip haters are in the chat? John goes like here. How many of you genuinely hate Philip as a character? He's meant to be hated. No, he's not. This is a poor little man who has gone through some absolute shit. He's a flawed character. No, that's right. You hate him because you see yourself in him. You would do exactly what he did in his situation. You hate his fight? That's fine. I mean as a character. He's such a pathetic meow meow. I can't tell if that means you love him or hate him, because it really could go either way. We need more minutes. What's your favorite key page? I guess Argalia's the funniest. I don't know. I don't really think about favorite key page. That's too in-depth even for me. I just kind of played the game. The rest of these characters, like, I do like quite a few of them, but I'd say these are kind of my favorites, either from, like, character design perspective. Philip OST. What's it called? It's something that Dino Dave knew. warriors. What do you think about the smoke mechanic? I didn't realize how broken it was until, like, endgame. Glory to Hawkma. Glory to Hawkma and glory to the Hawkma Empire. Okay. Well. Do I have Hawkma in my folder? You know what? Fine. Here's some Hawkma branding. Can you redo the ID tier list? I missed it. Yeah, sure, 1 second. Let me press the reset button. Here it is again in case you missed it. Get your screenshots now, because I know all of you are going to do it anyways, even though I would rather people watch this VOD. But admittedly, this VOD is a mess. Oh, but you can't get a screenshot because of this thing on the screen. There we go. Now you can get your screenshots. I forgot. Just a bit of a watermark? Yeah. Sorry. Oh, that's my... It's a formal thing. There we go. It's like an audio jungle. Audio jungle. Audio jungle. Where's Hawkma? Right here. New Gregor below BL it is. If we're accounting for BL Merceau synergy. That's why that's the case. Or to be a Hawkma fan, you need to be a Div1 eyeing Glazer. Yeah. Hawkma fans fucking love Hawkma. Elena? I don't really care about Bloodfiend Elena, but this Elena's cute, I guess. I don't know. She's fine. Where would you place Pigracia on the tier list? It's not very good. $50 bribes for Hawkman to be an S tier? Fine. Where does Boris go? He's a funny discipline man. Oh, wait, Li Wei! Oh, I forgot Li Wei! I fucking love Li Wei. He's awesome. I love Li Wei. Project Moon. Give me Li Wei Heathcliff next to Walpurgis and my life is yours. Is this a smash or pass? No, I'm just talking about characters I like. Who was he again? Full style office guy. Funny jester. Oswald is... I like the way he went, like, Samida. Constantly. That was funny. Other than that, he's, like, fine. Abnormality smash or pass? Okay, fine. I guess, guys. I'll finally do the thing. I'm getting it set up. It's only ranking the Patron Librarians go. Yeah, you're right. Saying this up front, if I don't see Big Bird giving the respect he deserves and or giving you $1 again. I do like Big Bird. As you get third triumph, or trumpet, yeah. No, third warning's kind of bad to listen to, though. Okay, ready, guys? Is this what you guys wanted? Are you happy? What about Dirt Fry Shoots? What about him? I'm not gonna fuck him. Don't lie to yourself about Rudolta. That is the least Smash. Big Bird is in Kim Ji-hoon tier. Fine. But Melting Love. No! You guys realize anything you say... This is, like... I'm not... No. Oh, but hear me out on the dogs. Like, that's what you guys are talking about. Like, what is wrong with you? Be honest about Melting Love. No, I don't want it. Censored in Kim tier. You know, we can have... I think actually this is probably... This is maybe funnier. I'd rather die. What kind of tier list is this? I think this should maybe answer your questions. Kiss the Abnormalities. That's a different question. Red shoes, not Smash. What is wrong with you freaks? If you ban anybody's Lipopidae or Litacia? Oh, I want to say something mean. Ah, but I won't. Ah, bite your tongue. Ah, can't. Yeah, you're right. Kiss tier list win. No. I mean, if you want to go smash Letitia, you can go to Guardian Z's stream. That's fine. You can go do that. But you didn't hear that from me. Smasher Pass corroded forms? I feel like you'll get a very similar answer to what this list is. And Rollin' 3 began, of course. That's funny. Why are people saying Golden Apple? Gonna smash Old Faith and Promise and see if I get stronger. Remember Happy Day. Because Yuri, she's not the abnormality. This is the best part of the song. What's my least favorite abno? It's probably just the express train. It's stupid. I genuinely hate Steam Transport Machine. Steam Transport Machine is really, really bad. Limbus Help didn't like the tier list. They don't fucking like anything I do. Thank you for telling me. Of course they're not gonna like it. Nobody's gonna like everything I do. That's fine. I would smash Mountain of Smiling Bodies. That's concerning. By existing on the internet as a Limbus man, I am opening myself up to criticism, and I will take it. That's fine. The only time it upsets me is when people just don't watch my videos and then criticize them. But if people watch my stuff and then say, like, that they don't like what I say, that's fine. Which center do you think will get the ale if you go first? I think probably Ryoshu. Would you kiss Netsack? Maybe once. What does that have? No 6th row, 5th column? This is a Wonder Lab one. What's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card? Never played Yu-Gi-Oh. Why is this a Smasher Pass list? Don't worry about it too much. I don't agree with all your takes, but I find them interesting and useful. That's the main thing. The way I'm sure some people feel about my takes is how I feel about some of their takes. So it's fine. The world goes round. And contrary to what some people may think, even if you think my opinion is wrong about this list, life will go on. Okay. Limbus is almost updated. Come on. Water tier list. I enjoy water. Okay, 8 p.m. Come on. Limbus update. What do you say is the core bleed team? Both ring IDs. Probably Kurokuma Ryoshu. You probably want like a Don Quixote for Lysangra, so like Middle Dawn, Hook Lu, and there's one more I'm forgetting. You could use Enfaust, that's fine. Not Red Eyes. Red Eyes is genuinely, like, it's good potency, but count is kind of important. You can use a Roja for Sanguine Desire, but god, both like the bleed Rojas are so bad, guys. Come on. You can use Red Eyes over Kurikumo, but you gotta like, your count may be less consistent. Limbus Company. This screen This screen is a mess. It's also not even centered properly for some reason. Why is it so bad? Oh my god. Oh, since I'm playing windowed Limbus, I usually do full screen. I'm keeping it this way, yeah. I'm not gonna remove all this shit. But I'll probably wish I did. Gamble for this banner. I will do one paid pull, and you will see why. The Rodion to Bleed ID real? Look, people shit on me for thinking like Leo Rodion on a Bleed team. But Kurikuma Roja and Base Roja are fucking terrible. I'm sorry. But for like a solidly Bleed team, you know, you probably want to use actual Bleed IDs. Also, yes, I have good Wi-Fi. I actually invested in that. Like, I have a 75-foot Ethernet cable so I can connect to my router. Actual business expense. I'll write it off on the taxes. And Corp Rodion clears. How fast, though? I get 300 megabytes? Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. I do one paid poll to make my paid lunacy 1. Where'd your lunacy go? So Bygone Days Ishmael costs 6. 3 Gloom, that's easy to fuel. More attack weights. 10 plus sum of sinking potency and count on the main target divided by 3%. Max of 20%. That's... okay, that's decent healing. It can be Pursuance if you try hard enough. Uninvited. Upon death, the last attacker heals 3 SP. They take more sinking damage. That's good. I bet people wanted that to be higher. But that's not bad. Plus 3 sinking count is okay. Where's the list? I'll go back to the list after I check these out. 2 curse. That's about right. The corrosion seems more important. Yeah. That corrosion's hard. That's hard to use. That is 45 SP. Echoes is good, but yikes. I guess if you have Butterfly, that helps. Does it help enough? Not really, especially because Molar Ishmael doesn't have the best clashing. At long last we meet, hey Esku. You're the guy who's reacted to my videos on stream, huh? How you doing? I've seen your stuff. They have Uninvited or any of the panic type changing effects clash power. I mean, that's nice. It's not a huge deal. Yeah, I don't know if you ever really use this. By 45, because you have to overclock this. And that is 1.5 times cost of SP and resources. More importantly... very cute. Good tankiness, decent speed, which makes sense. For every 10... oh my god. You need to get up to 30. I guess I should have expected this. Okay, you gain 3 every turn. Raise min and max speed. So she comes 5 to 8 at 10 plus, which is not too long. Clash power, slash damage up. That's a lot of... Yeah, you do not want to be at 30 plus. Yeah, okay. Yikes. Yikes. I mean, that's... I guess that's not that bad, actually. Is it... Okay, I thought it would get worse. That's not the worst thing. It's not great, though. At least it doesn't get worse as you go down the skills. Why is once per turn? This isn't even the coin you reuse. Why is that once per turn? I guess accounting for multi-slot, but like, what? Let me do my things that I want to do. Second coin is reused. No. Reuse its last coin. That's a third coin. Is she worth it? I'm gonna say no, probably. Okay, wait. I need to look at this though. Strategic R&R. But what's the point of leaving? If she doesn't get rid of any of her courier trunk... Then if she comes back in, she's just gonna die again. It gets halved? Oh, does it? Oh, passive? Because you have to put that on a passive, right? Gotta. Just gotta. Okay. So you can kind of mitigate the damage. I see. That helps. So you can use skills with Courier Trunk still. You'll just eat into your shield HP. That actually helps quite a bit. The retreat mechanic is so odd. It's very unique. Do I shard this or W Otis? It depends on what IDs you have, but probably W Otis. She isn't even that bad, but we've been spoiled recently. That is definitely true. My god, have we been spoiled. This is an ID that you have to use to really understand, I think. But if I'm reading this correctly... So there's no... The SP damage is the worst part. That sucks. HP is one thing, but SP? Yeah. Use it then? I'm not gonna stream for much longer, so no, not right now. I'm just giving first impressions, and I'm saying that they're probably not going to align with how she ends up being. She's not that good in Rupture, right? It's hard to say. Like, the fact that she doesn't really add much to it... Going neutral is nice. But god, I really wish she inflicted more. Once per turn. Yeah, okay. Why is Hawkma balls on screen? -2, -3, +3 without conditionals. I mean, yeah, I feel like this is not that hard to get, but... Yeah. If she didn't get rid of SP, she could kind of just stay on the field, which would be neat. This is nice. This is a nice support passive. I feel like she'll be decent on the bench. And even then, can't see it. I think you can see it now. Even then, the issue with Roja support passives is that you can just use this, and that's probably just better. Then again, on specifically Rupture, you don't actually have that much Wrath, so... Looks like a low A tier. I'm agreeing. Her damage conditionals seem fine with the Courier Trunk. If you had some way to, like, deal with the SP drain easier... Really A tier? I mean, her numbers aren't bad. Like, low A tier. Do you guys... Like, the other B tier IDs are bad. When she has enough Courier Trunk, I guess it depends, like, how soon do you need to leave the battle. That's the main problem. If they're bad, why are they B? I mean, relative. It's about relativity. Can you see being useful in future content where chain battles will be more common? No. I can't. I can't. The retreat mechanic is just odd. Ignore the Rupture player's burst? That's kind of what I'm seeing, yeah. It seems like this was an ID that is like, oh, you can play into the Rupture aspect, or you can just play with the Courier Trunk, and then it's like... Seems just okay at both, instead of very good at either of them. If you get more IDs interacting with backup centers? Yes. My goodness, that was a terrible voice crack. But I don't think, like, Zwei Ishmael is gonna interact with backup stuff. So not worth. I mean, that's what I'm saying currently. Especially because, like, if you're gonna spend Rodion shards on anything, it should always be Diechi. If you do not have Diechi Rodion, you need to get Diechi Rodion, and then that's, like, kind of the only Rodion you'll really need. Her plus coin condition is so easy. It does take a few turns, but yeah. Spin on Rhyme Shank. You'd rather have Dietchi first, then Rhyme Shake. That's the thing. But yes. I'd say, why so many boxes saved up? So I can show my boxes on screen and people can go, holy shit. Look at that, guys. Isn't that cool? Wouldn't it be funny if I, like, spent all these on Don Quixote? Shows like it's huge shield for existing. That's true. Was I curious? Black box to the eye on the upper right. Can't seem to look away. I think everyone should look at the top right corner of the screen. $1,500 boxes at 3,000 lunacy. That is what Walpurgis Nacht will do for you. You reviewed Ego? I talked about it briefly. I mean, there's not really much to say. It seems fine. +3 sinking count is probably the best thing on the, I mean, the undivided 10% more damage is fine. It's nice, especially stacking with Butterfly, so. Peep the Horror? Yeah, it is kind of like... it is kind of like Peep the Horror. Okay. I will show... for the last time. This is the ID tier list I made. This stream ends eventually. I mean, all streams end eventually. Show other tier list? You're right, more important. Last time ever, no more ID tier lists. I might do this after every Walpurgis. Would people like that? I don't want to, like, hold myself to that, because, I'm not very good with deadlines. But it seems... that seems like a good time frame to try to hit. Can you place Wild Hunt above Ring Sang for, like, 3 seconds so we can timestamp it? Fine. I hope you're happy. At least every canto? I mean, yeah. Every Walpurgis is basically every canto. Holy crap, Wild Hunt Heath is the best in the game. No way, Lois. Oh my god, Lois. It's Wild Hunt Heathcliff. He's at our door. There was 2 Walpurgis in Canto 6, though. Win Egos? Maybe another day. Peter, the horse is here. The Dullahan is here. Where's Rockheath? I left him in the last. I left him in the last stream I did. Where's the Railway for Worst Team video? You ask a good question. Frankly, I think I might just sit down for 2 days and stream. Try to finish up Railway 4 Worst Team with my current rules, and then kind of just not touch it, because it doesn't seem that interesting. The first 2 sections being first try really put me off of the challenge. Esku will be getting a soup segment. I think you guys have had enough soup segments. It's hard to lose Railway 4. And that's the thing. If I make it too hard, then it becomes utterly miserable. Aren't the later sections the really nasty ones? Yeah. And we'll see if that gets that bad. I'll get to it eventually. Do people take this clown seriously? Which one? There's a lot of things on screen that might be a clown. Like my dog? What did he do wrong? What the fuck, man? But yes, people do take this clown, me, seriously. Hello from East Europe. Hello, I'm sorry I streamed at a bad time for you. Make the dog bigger. What tier is the dog? He's been in the S tier the whole time. Is Ring Yiseng actually good? I've never used them before. Yes. That is one thing people can pretty much universally agree upon. And if people are going to come into my stream and call me a clown, you know, I think they can agree that Ring Yiseng is very good. More big dog, please. I think this dog is plenty big enough. I'll give you his nose. I got Ring Otis instead. Is she still good? Yes, she is still good. Next update when? Next Walpurgis, probably? Unless something crazy happens. What's your favorite ID gameplay speaking? It is Picard Heathcliff. When is Kim Salt returning? Probably in about a month. Right? Or no? No, he was Season 3. God. Yes, in about a month. Kim Salt will be able to shard. Do you think as new IDs steadily climb up the hierarchy of orgs within the city, do you think PM will prioritize ones we've already encountered in Bruna and Lob, or will they focus on new ones? Well, judging by the fact that there's still only 3 Shi IDs, they seem to prioritize the newer ones. Was you update 4 Ego tier list? Maybe. It's just not a very interesting video concept to me. I think the next thing I'm going to make is just talking about, like, a video literally just going over basically these S tier IDs. I do not have a better pick of Doggy. No. I don't know why she isn't getting love. I'm asking the same questions. Can make the dog bigger. I can't see the tier list. My bad. Heading out thanks to the stream. I'm gonna head out too. Yeah. Like at the beginning of the stream. I'll just leave the stream running. I'm just gonna go. You guys have fun. This stream ends. Don't try to predict me. You don't know when I'm going to end stream. That's the game we play here. You think you can predict when I will end stream, but you never know. I haven't done it yet. I haven't clicked the button yet. I'll click the button when I want to. No, you guys, nope, not yet.